Hello Panda Bears and welcome to Storytime today. The book we will be reading is Pete the Cat, A Pet for Pete. Our focus letter is the letter P. So you are going to hear so many words in this story that start with the letter P and make the p, p, p sound. So every time you hear or see a word that starts with P, be sure to raise your panda paw. All right, let's start with the parts of the book. Shout it out, pandas. What part is this? Front cover. Great. What about this? Yes, back cover. It says when Pete the Cat gets a goldfish, here's his goldfish right over here, he decides to paint a picture of his new pet. But what will Pete do when everyone wants one of his paintings? So it sounds like Pete's paintings of his pet become very popular. See, so many P's. So he's going to be a busy little Pete the Cat creating paintings for his friends. So remember, sometimes the back cover gives us a little bit of information, some details about what this story is about, a little summary. All right, so we did our front cover and back cover. What part of the book is this? Spine. Excellent. We open up our book and it has title page. Again, shout out, what does an author do? An author writes the words and the illustrator draws the pictures. Excellent. This is both by James Dean, author and illustrator. Okay, here we go. Pete the Cat, a pet for Pete. Pete is going to the pet store. He is going to get a pet. Pete wants a bird, a hamster, or a lizard. But then Pete sees a goldfish. That's what I want, he tells his mom. So there's our Pete, and there's his little goldfish he picked out. So there's all sorts of animals and pets, and Pete decided on a goldfish. Pete's mom gets fish food. I'm going to call you Goldie, Pete says to his new pet. You are my first pet, Pete tells Goldie on the way home. See, lots of letter P's, right? Remember, think about the setting where the story is taking place and who the characters are. Pete takes Goldie to his room. He feeds her fish food. Now what? Asks Pete. He can't play with Goldie. He can't swim with her. Pete knows what he can do. See, because Goldie's just in the bowl, right? Swimming around, splishing and splashing. Pete paints a picture, lots more P's, of Goldie. He paints 4 fins and an orange tail. What a pretty painting, says Pete's mom. You can keep it, says Pete. Oh yeah, I see lots of panda paws going up. Cool painting, says Bob. Can you make one for me? Sure, says Pete. Pete paints a picture for Bob. Wow, says Bob, it looks just like Goldie. Bob shows Pete's painting to his friend Tom. Now Tom wants a painting too. Pete paints another picture of Goldie to take to school for show and tell. So there's Pete painting another picture of Goldie, and this one he's going to take to school. This is Goldie, my pet fish, Pete tells his class. Cute fish, cool colors. All the different colors you see. Nice work. I wish I had a picture of Goldie, says Benny. I'll make you one, says Pete. Everyone in Pete's class wants a painting of Goldie. Wow, that's a lot of paintings. Look, they have their little cat paws up. They're like, hey, Pete, make one for me, make one for me. Pete's grandma wants a painting too. Pete has a lot to do. He has to feed Goldie. He has to do homework. See, he has math homework. Look, he's doing addition. 2 plus 2. Yeah, look down there. Pretty cool. He's doing his math. And he's feeding his fish. Some fish food. Pete paints and paints. He makes paintings for everyone on his list. And look, pandas, look at all the different colors of the paint jars that Pete is using. Good. See? In this picture, there's paint in each jar. But look over here on this side. It has the color of the paint. It has the word for the color, but all the paint is gone. At last, Pete is done. He worked hard. There is no paint left. So remember, the words are telling us about the pictures, and the pictures tell us about the words. Pete's paintings are a big hit. Pete is happy to be done, but Pete is not done. Now everyone in town wants a painting of Goldie. What? See, the bus driver wants a painting, and his coach, his baseball coach. Pete gets more paint. I don't know what to do, he says to his mom. What 2 colors does he have there? Yeah, blue and green. I wish I could paint pictures for everyone. I just don't have time. So what color paint does he have right there? Good, blue. He's looking at the clock. He's like, I'm running out of time. What do I do? So many people want pictures of my pet Goldie, but there's not enough time to make them all. Pete's mom has an idea. She tells it to Pete. Great idea, says Pete. See, the illustrator is using a light bulb for idea. Like, oh, look, mom has an idea. Pete gets right to it. This time he works outside and makes a huge painting. Look how big it is. Wow. And look at all the colors he's using for the background. Honk, honk, beep, beep. Here comes Pete. He has made 1 painting of Goldie for everyone in town to enjoy. See, he put it on top of his car. What a great day. When Pete gets home from school, he tells the real Goldie all about it. The end. Thank you so much, Panda Bears, for listening to Pete the Cat, a pet for Pete. We found so many words that start with the letter P, right? My panda paw was going up and I saw all of yours too. Great work searching for P, and thanks again for listening and learning along with us today. Make it a great day, Panda Bears. Bye.